The Cospool troupe. The rising sun was blazing bright and beaming right in my window. This day was another day off of practice for our next match. An interesting fact is that I have no clue who our opponent was. I quickly headed to class. It was my general chemistry class. Not really fun at all. Well, anatomy's more fun, at least to me. Well, it was a required course, and it's hard to believe that this semester is almost over. And it's also hard to believe that our swim club has made it this far, even though it's only been our first year. Well, as far as my class goes, I had to be calculating reluctance and products and the law of conservation of mass and any of that jazz that tends to flip my lid, at least in my head. I wish Rei was here to help me. Well, I guess I could just look for more resources to help again with this course. This is such a bummer. Gou-chan. It's okay, Nagisa. Are you ready to practice afterwards? I asked him. He was really happy. Hey, Captain, can we go over notes for the next test? I said yes to Satomi. The three of us were ready for practice. Hey, maybe we should do our dryland workout. Maybe we should do a dryland workout at Satomi's gym. That's what I thought. And Satomi liked the idea. So the three of us all went to the gym together. I don't think we ever practiced in the pool at your gym, I said. Could we try it today, I asked. Of course, Nagisa wanted to as well. I want Rei-chan to come with us. I asked Nagisa if Rei was busy. I know Rei takes a lot more classes than Nagisa did. Is he still working at the pharmacy right now? Nagisa didn't seem to know where exactly Rei was either. Well, just the three of us headed to the gym to do the dryland workouts before we practice in the pool. Here's a quick rundown of the workouts. We did a bit of yoga ball balance, some push-ups, some squats, some more stretches. And then I checked my phone after Satomi's intense workout, and I noticed we haven't heard from Hana-chan or Sei-chan all day. Hey girls, I think we got an answer from Hana-chan, Nagisa told me in happiness. I was so relieved. What did she say? I asked. Greetings, teammate. I just arranged our next swimming match. Nagisa did let me know we were at the gym. Nagisa did let her know that we were all in the gym. She said Asahi will drop her off there. She said she was sorry she couldn't make it on time. She was just finishing up one of her training regimens. Also, she was working on her designs, because in a few weeks, she gets to do her first fashion showcase project in Harajuku. We were so happy for her. She told us that we could all come with her, too, there. Satomi, did you hear it? We get to see Hana-chan's fashion showcase in Harajuku. I still need intel on the next opponent's team, though. Satomi carefully read the text on Nagisa's pink phone. She said that they're from an uptown swim club. It's not clear what college did they come from? So mysterious. Such a mysterious challenger. I know we are facing the newcomer of Nabarisawa, Hatsume Ito, who is working as the kohai to Kaide Kinjo. I heard that name before. Didn't Haru race him? I don't remember as well, but I might ask Haru about it later. So I look forward to this challenge. This will be the last challenge of this year. Anyways, we waited for Hana-chan to arrive at the gym. Hana-chan, we're so glad you are here. Hana-chan, we're so glad you're here, and Captain and I have wanted to see your regimen, Satomi said. Satomi showed us the regimen. Go! Let's try out the gym pool for practice. We need to climb down the stairs or go down the elevator to the lower floor, Satomi told me. Also told me we might have to leave before the water aerobics class gets there. Also, they have a substitute teacher who's filling in for the class today too. So we quickly used the pool for practice before the class showed up. Okay, it's time for class, ladies, said a monotone voice. Their substitute teacher was none other than our good friend Haruka Nanase. It was only a few months ago that he worked at the arcade. How many jobs does Haru have? Why does he work here? 2. Wouldn't he be in swimming competitions? Wouldn't swimming competitions pay him well? I hope to find out what's really going on with him. We quickly evacuated the pool. There were a lot of old ladies coming in the pool. I'm curious how they'll like Haru as a teacher. Where should we practice before our next match? I asked Satomi. Satomi said that there's a fancy aquatic center that we might be able to use for the match. Nagisa helped us get the arrangements and of course the funds so that we could use it. Alright, let's practice this regimen from the top. While I was practicing my freestyle, I was still thinking about Seimaru. Why hasn't she shown up all day? There must have been something going on her mind. Maybe she didn't score well on the exam? Hana-chan, Satomi, Nagisa. Hana-chan, Satomi, Nagisa? Seimaru hasn't been here. Is it possible we could get a hold of her? I hope she's alright. I hope she's alright. Even if she is not well, it's important for me to know. Mako told me it's important to make sure that everyone has good well-being mentally before any swimming race. I used to be a manager back in high school, and I remember the duties I had to do. It wasn't just the workouts I had to create. I had to create for the boys. I also had to make sure that the boys had towels, equipment, and make sure that their headspace was in the game. Back then, I didn't fully understand it as well as I do now. Being a captain bears a lot of the same responsibilities, but also different responsibilities. I will elaborate more on this on a different part of the story. I just know right now that all my teammates need to be there. We aren't the tides that bind without our tiny but mighty axolotl. Go-chan, I think I got a hold of Rei-chan, finally! Nagisa shouted happily. That's fantastic! He got a hold of Rei. Since I'm worried about his cousin, Nagisa handed over the phone to me. Rei wanted to talk to me. To recap, Rei told me that Sei has been fatigued. It's not just from the exam. she was locking her words and said only one thing, maybe about quitting. Swimming? I wonder why. She seemed to have a good time with us on the couple of races we did. We were able to participate the couple of races we did. I was so distraught and concerned, but also wondered, what should I do in this moment? I wouldn't do this race without her. We need all 4 of us girls to do this relay. Together. Nagisa, could you fill in for Seimaru if she doesn't make it? Nagi said he would, but he couldn't help but feel sad as well. I just hope things turn around in the meantime. We just finished our practice before the opponents have finally arrived. They introduced themselves as the Cospool troupe. It consisted of 4 members. Hana-chan interacted with their captain. Her name is supposed to be Junko Ichirugi, but introduced herself as Juvia Lockser. Where have I heard that name before? The next teammates are Misty, Cerulean, Mer, Princessa. A mouthful, but it looked like a Pokemon gym leader. Ripjaw, who looked like a sea monster. And the last one looked like Aqualad, but he went by the name Aqua Dude. It was a mixed relay squad for sure. Rei decided to show up after all, so that Hana-chan, Rei, Nagisa, and I all went up against these opponents. Satami decided to officiate the race. Hana-chan went up first against Junko, who dressed up like Juvia. Hana-chan stretched her arms to prepare, and both decided to do their signature butterfly stroke. They were speedy torpedoes in the pool, and Junko was in the lead. And then, finally on the last leg, Hana-chan finally caught up and won. It was finally my turn, so I jogged into place and stretched. My opponent dived in, and then I followed. We went with the 100-meter freestyle. We went with a steady rhythm towards the last lap. I was concerned, and I suddenly stopped. I was concerned about my friend, and I almost felt like I fell. The opponent took the victory from me. Rei and Nagisa came over to me in concern. Go! This is not like you. I just felt worried about Seimaru. And then they told me to get up. I passed out. My heart couldn't comprehend exactly what happened. I sat on the bench. Hana-chan and Satami sat alongside of me. Rei and Nagisa decided to go forward with the race against Aqua Dude and Ripjaw. It feels so great to race together, Rei-chan. Rei and Nagisa nodded in agreement, but he also seemed concerned. It was pretty close to the finish between the 2 Atlantean cosplayer swimmers. Gained a lot of agility, and it seemed to be a more rapid, as the rapid current of the pool water seemed to give them advantage. But Nagisa, in the end, was all fired up in the final stretch and handled it well with his finesse. I won! Nagisa exclaimed as he tried to high-five Rei, but Rei was not feeling it. I was barely hanging too on the bench. Our team did win, but it didn't feel like a fair victory to me. I hope to learn what's on Seimaru's mind. I hope she didn't just throw the towel on us. I'll find out sooner or later.